Hi all, this is Jason Keaton with Jiujitsu Columbus, and I'm going to talk to you about the 4 sweeps you have to know and some common mistakes that people make when they're learning them. You need to know the scissor sweep, elevator sweep, hip heist or hip bump sweep, and the missed armbar sweep, or also known as the flower sweep, okay? Those are the 4 major sweeps from closed guard you should know, all right? So we're going to start with the scissor first. Because with the scissor, there's kind of a lot, but the major problem is the angle and the timing on it, right? So timing means, specifically, the right move at the right time, all right? That is timing, all right? If you do the wrong move at the right time, it doesn't matter. And if you do the right move at the wrong time, that doesn't matter also. So having the move done properly should make the move feel easy, right? So the first thing we're gonna look at is, I got my legs locked, I control the hands. Now what I really wanna do is get a collar grip, but I don't know which side to go for first, okay? So I like to do this sweep when the guy puts knee and tailbone, right? Okay, so once he does that, I lift my hips and shift over. So now I know that this knee is gonna be coming in the middle. So I'm gonna set up my grips, right? So I have the sleeves, this hand goes here, all right? Now he's gonna do that same thing, right? It's a sweep, okay, as soon as he does that, I open. Now here's the secret over here, check it out. So my foot is connected to his foot right here, okay? So I've got the angle on it. If I'm here square, and I'm trying to get your base heavy, Mike, he can sit heavy and I can never get him. But as soon as I get this angle here, I can push on his foot. So I'm gonna give him a little tug, and I start pushing that foot in as a scissor sweep, okay? From here, the one thing I always do is, people always have a hard time getting up, I just curl this leg in and get up, all right? Now I've got the hand in and I can finish with a choke, right? So that's a very common thing to have happen, is when you go for a scissor, you're getting here and you're just like, they're not getting over, okay? So even if they don't put the knee in the tailbone, you can slide over and connect here, all right? Now the other thing is a good grip. I want to be grabbing deep to touch the ear, all right? Because that gives me more control of the spine. So when I get a little pull here, it's good, and I like to turn my wrist. Now I have bad vision, so I like to say I look at my watch. If you have good vision, maybe you look at your watch out here, but I need to get right here. So I give him a good pull. Okay, now look at that foot back there. Gone. Up on top of him now. Okay? The second sweep is the hip heist sweep. All right? And it's mostly done from when the person, like in the series of like the Kimura armbar, hip heist sweep, you know, guillotine, right? That's how most people learn it. But there's another situation that comes into play so much in Jiu-Jitsu, and that is the person is sitting back too far, all right? So, what I mean is, if Mike gets right here inside my guard, okay, and especially if you're trying to grab the collar, maybe the person's leaning back. Okay, yeah, it's too far, right? So he's sitting down and he's sitting back. I feel like there's more weight on his butt back there than on my hips, and that's the cue. So what I want to be able to do is rock up. Now, I don't like to open my legs, okay? But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll from one side to the other to get up, all right? And yeah, he may push me down, okay? So if I go up this way, his hand might come and push my chest, okay? Then I go the other side, he may do it, okay? But I'm gonna get up a little bit higher each time until I'm up. Now notice, I rolled up and my feet aren't unlocked, okay? So I'm out nothing here, my legs are locked, and I got this. Now what I'm gonna do is hug this tight. Now I'm gonna open and hit that sort of breakdancing looking position, boom, like this. Now, as I hit the hips, pull the arm underneath, and it's easy because he's sitting back so far, all right? So even though you may learn this in sequence, a lot of times this happens, all right? And you can just feel that little shift right here. They're sitting back too far, so now you can hit the hip heist sweep, all right? Elevator sweep is another one that's really solid, and it's true a lot of times when you get the elevator, you can get the scissor. But there's one thing I want to keep you, especially if you're new to Jiu-Jitsu, is when this leg pops up, that's the best time to hit this, okay? So one of the big mistakes anytime somebody's using the guard is their legs are too loose. So I want you to keep your guard pretty tight here. Now, when this leg pops up, usually what this is they're transitioning to standing up all the way, right? So this is a good time when this one leg's up to hit him with the sweep. So what I do is I unlock my feet and I keep pressure with my knees, all right? So I don't want to flop down here. All right, now as my butt goes over to the side, all right, I can have my hand in the collar, getting that same good grip, or you can get this before if you want, okay? Now, the big mistake people make is this knee stays in, so make sure that knee's out and you circle in. The second common mistake is that your foot is in too close. So now I'm lifting the heavy part of him under his butt and groin, but I need to be out here, all right? And the final mistake is this leg. So especially a lot of new people, they're letting this leg hover up. But kind of like the scissor, I need to have it down. Now, I may not be able to connect as much with his ankle in this sweep, okay? But I still need this on the ground, all right? So if you feel more comfortable, keep the foot on the hip and then drop it once you get him going. That's perfectly okay, all right? But what it can happen is it can't be off the mat. So what I'm gonna do is as I lift him up, this leg is cutting it out from underneath him. All right, go back, Mike. And what's happening when you're not doing that is this leg's hovering and now I can't cut underneath him. You feel that, right? Yeah. So you feel like you can balance. So now here, it's really the back of my knee, push it on his knee. Pull, boom, cut it down. Now, once again, my foot comes out, right him out. Okay? On the fourth sweep, and this is the flower sweep, there's only a couple things that you need to really focus on, okay? We're gonna create a lot of momentum on this sweep. When we do, that can either move our opponent or that can move us. So it's very common, maybe a lot of you have done this drill before, where we're doing the armbar drill, all right? And I'm up here, stay to push, up here. It's really the same kind of action, okay? So when I do the flower sweep, it's usually off an armbar. A lot of times, if I feel like I can't get the armbar, it's okay. I'll still throw it just so I can get the flower, all right? So what I'm doing here is I'm grabbing here. I'm gonna grab, no, stay right there. I'm grabbing underneath the leg and I'm grabbing here, all right? Now I'm gonna throw the armbar. Whether he blocks my leg or not, it doesn't matter. But what typically happens here is he stacks me into me, but he keeps his leg on the ground. That's the cue, okay? So put your weight in, no. Put your weight into me. There, okay? So here we go. My ear has to stay over here, okay? So I'm gonna swing my leg wide, and here's the second thing, okay? I gotta keep my ear better than the knee, but this leg needs to bump him forward this way. So as I'm making this momentum here, it's almost getting him, but if I bump him, that's perfect, okay? So, I'm getting here, so I can have maybe an arm bar, all right? Maybe I can walk it up here, all right? He's gonna grab, he's gonna stack. So he's grabbing his hands, he's stacking into me, okay? But this knee's down. It doesn't matter if this knee's down. This knee is on the mat, so that's good to go. So don't let them collapse you so much. Keep your hips strong up here, but keep it a good 90-degree angle. All right, now I'm gonna swing this leg big, boom. And my real goal is to put his forehead on the floor. So as I swing this leg, this foot here bumps him forward, right? So here, and there we go. All right, and like I said, this is good too to bring yourself back to guard. All right, so if for whatever reason, all right, if I get here, okay, yeah, no, put this knee down. Okay, I'm going for the arm bar. I feel like I can't get it. I just let go of the leg. It's gonna put me back into the guard position. So if you remember Howder's 3 golden rules, rule number 3 is don't have a guard no one shall pass, okay? So that means that I'm not gonna get here, right? Let him grab his bicep over here and get this knee up and start countering me, okay? So once his leg pops up, I know I'm done. Look, I can use that same motion to bring me back, okay? But when you're doing the sweep, keep your ear connected to their leg, all right? Get the momentum with that one leg, but bump them forward with the other, all right? And later on, if you follow my channel, then I'll show you some cool ways to use that flower sweep as a setup to some really sick submissions, okay? So guys, I've been Jason Keenan from Jiu-Jitsu Columbus, here in beautiful Columbus, Georgia. And if you kind of like what I'm showing, please click below, follow us, like us, all that stuff, okay? Click that bell icon if you're on YouTube, so you'll know exactly when we're releasing new videos, all right? So I'll see you guys later on the mat. Peace.